So here's a OptiFlex 52 by 100. This laser system has a 650 watt laser on it. And of course we can put any size laser on any size table. On this machine you can see we have included is the computer, the power supplies, the chiller, the whole 9 yards. Underneath is the solid frame with the rack and pinion dual Y-axis motion package. The large chilling unit. The top vacuum is all set up. What we don't have is the actual vacuum blowers here, as we're using a central unit outside our building. This laser is going to be able to cut and engrave multiple different materials, acrylics, woods, rubbers, plastics. What I have set up here is just a couple bears, because we like bears. So I'm just going to take this file, send it over to our K-Cam. I'm going to enter a speed and a power to cut this 1-inch thick acrylic. Cutting this 1-inch acrylic, we're going a speed of 0.3 and about 60% power. This is going to leave us that nice, shiny, fire polished looking edge. We do, when we're cutting this thicker acrylic, we have to put it on standoff pins to elevate the material above the bed so we don't get any tick marks or reflection. Cutting thinner acrylic, we'll be able to go much quicker, but when we're cutting the thick stuff, it's more the process than anything. We're going at a slow speed with a high power and a lower air pressure. Once we're done with this acrylic, we want to let it sit for a few seconds to cool off before we try touching it, or else it's going to stick. But I can take this material here and, you know, there's our 1-inch acrylic pieces. So we remove the paper, so we're going to have some really good suction on this piece of MDF wood. And that is on there tight and flat. For engraving, we're going to be able to go up to 130 inches per second. We have the dual rail with a direct drive, belt drive X-axis. So this is going to be scanning back and forth at a very high speed. So let's do some engraving. The file I'm sending over for an estimation is a 4 by 8 foot, and I just have a wood grain looking pattern. Something cool to look at. When we send this file over, I'm going to go into my engraving speeds, and I'm going to go at the max speed of 130 inches per second. I'm going to start off at about 60% power, and we're just going to see how this engraving looks. You'll see with the top vacuum, this smoke is going to be pulled up into the top vacuum and pulled out of your building. We sent this over at a very low resolution of 150 dots per inch. At this resolution, this engraving, taking the full 4x8 sheet, is going to take about 2 hours and 25 minutes. If we were to send this over at a higher resolution, 300, it would be almost double the time, 4 hours and 45 minutes. So at the current speed we're going, it's very easy to, we can pause the machine, we can say, well, hey, if we want to go a little bit darker, I'm simply going to pause it. I'm going to come into my settings and I'll try a little bit more power to try to get a darker look on this wood. Again, every file is going to be slightly different, but this is just giving an estimated view of how quick we're going to be able to engrave on a large sheet. On the software page, it's going to show us where we're at in the engraving. Prior to starting this engraving, it gave us the time that it's going to take. So this is going to be a 4x8, 5x10, 80x120, whatever size table you need, will be able to attain the same speed. It will just simply be on a larger bed.